2024. The event has been a true testament to legal acumen, preparation, and passion of the participants, and I would like to express my deepest gratitude to all the people who have made this event possible. We now welcome our honorable guests on the dais, Honorable Justice Girish Katpalia sir, Honorable Justice Sangeeta Dingra Sehgal ma'am, Mr. A.S. Sandyog sir, and our honorable dignitaries, Professor Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay sir, Professor Dr. Shefali Rezada ma'am, and Professor Dr. Arvind P. Bhanu sir.
In accordance with Amity University tradition, we begin every event with the praise to the Almighty. The word fire or Agni is used to signify purity, strength, and wisdom in our culture. I request all the dignitaries on the dais to join us for the lighting of the lamp and for the Saraswati Vanna. Please.
शारदे माँ हे शारदे माँ अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ मुनियों ने समझी है गुणियों ने जानी वेदों की भाषा पुराणों की वाणी मुनियों ने समझी है गुणियों ने जानी वेदों की भाषा पुराणों की वाणी हम भी तो समझे हम भी तो जाने विद्या का हमको अधिकार दे माँ हे शारदे माँ हे शारदे माँ अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ हे शारदे माँ हे शारदे माँ अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ हे शारदे माँ हे शारदे माँ अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ
Amity International Moot Court Competition is renowned for its academic rigor, which attracts participants who bring varied perspectives and innovative solutions to complex global issues. The event provides a platform for participants to showcase their talents and engage in interactive and communicative sessions, facilitating the exchange of ideas that center around public issues.
This year's competition focuses on the critical themes of armed conflict, self determination, and genocide. The mood problem delves into these harsh realities, examining issues of genocide and other acts of violence committed against these communities. It aims to explore responsibilities of state and non state actors in preventing such atrocities and the role of international law in addressing these crimes.
The competition encourages the participants to engage with these complex issues critically, considering the legal, ethical, and humanitarian implications of the conflicts.
Through this exploration, participants gain a deeper understanding of the challenges faced by the communities caught in the crossfire of territorial disputes and potential avenues for achieving justice and reconciliation in the face of armed conflict and ethnic violence.
We would now like to present a token of gratitude to our guest of honors. I request Chairman Sir, Director Ma'am, Additional Director Sir to kindly present our guests with the token of gratitude.
Please.
Honorable Justice Girish Katpalia Sir.
Can we have a huge round of applause?
We welcome you, sir.
Honorable
Honor-
Justice Sangeeta Dhingra Sehgal.
Honorable Justice Sangeeta Dhingra Sehgal, ma'am. We are honored to have your presence, ma'am. We have with us Mr. A.S. Sandyok, sir.
Can we have a huge round of applause?
We welcome you, sir. I request our faculty coordinators to welcome the dignitaries. I now request the faculty coordinators to welcome the dignitaries.
I would now like to invite Director of Amity Law School Noida, Professor Dr. Shefali Raizada ma'am, to welcome a guest and address the gathering. We welcome you, ma'am.
Very good afternoon, everyone present here. We are at this moment at the closing of the 14th Amity International Moot competition. Amity Law School has conducted it very successfully and certainly with the purpose to giving the platform for our young buddy lawyers. Moot Society in Amity Law School firmly advocates for the necessity of these platforms where aspiring law students can showcase their talents and own their skills in both oral and written advocacy. This society runs with all dedication, with the support of the students, and with a strong drive for success in the legal career. We are really fortunate, we are really privileged, and especially the Amity Law School today, we have all the dignitaries and very, very eminent legal luminaries are present on the dais on this occasion. So on this platform, first of all, I would convey my gratitudes to Almighty God, with whose blessings and also the blessings of our founder president, Sir Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, we are here and getting this opportunity to be here or showcase our talent. We are also convey my regards with all for all good wishes to our young dynamic chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, and certainly with all good support and guidance of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla. We have always our support, guidance, and mentorship of our respected chairman, sir, Professor Dr. D. Bandyopadhyay. With all blessings for all, with all these good wishes, we are able to have these events in Amity Law School. So on this very auspicious occasion, I would like to convey my high regards and I warm welcome to, first of all, Honorable Justice Miss Neena Bansal, ma'am. She is on the way, but certainly I have to welcome her again once she will arrive. So thank you for Honorable Justice Miss Neena Bansal, madam. Again, Honorable Justice Swarnakanta Sharma, ma'am, she is also arriving. So I welcome formally from this stage to Justice Swarnakanta, ma'am. Now I convey my high regards and welcome to Honorable Justice Girish Katpalia, sir. Sir, we are very, very obliged to have you here. And very important your presence amongst our students. They feel so excited to see and to listen to your words of wisdom. Thank you so very much once again. I welcome Honorable Justice Sangeeta Dhingra Madam, President Delhi State Dispute Redressal Commission and former Judge Delhi High Court. Ma'am, really, we are excited and we are honored and privileged to welcome you on this occasion. Thank you so very much for coming. I welcome Shri Chandok sir, yes, Chandok sir, senior advocate, and I take privilege to welcome you, sir, from this dais, and we are very much thankful for your gracious presence here. I welcome all the faculty colleagues, all the participating teams in the competition, and all the students who are really, you are fortunate. You are as audience, you are here and you are very much showing your interest to listen to all the eminent dignitaries today on this occasion of the valedictory. I'm very much thankful for everyone, and I again convey big thank you and most welcome and welcome again on this occasion of the valedictory. Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for your motivational words and for supporting us in every initiative, ma'am.
Now, I would like to invite Chairman of Amity Law Schools, Professor Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, sir, to share his words of wisdom and address the gathering.
At the outset, I must congratulate to all the 41 teams which came from different parts of the country and developed network among yourself, ate together, gossiped together, and debated together. I must congratulate you for this spirit. Now, when we started the program with Saraswati Bandana and with the lighting of the lamp. Let this philosophy of lighting the lamp with Saraswati Bandana get sparkulated in everybody's mind. Let the darkness be removed, darkness of prejudices be removed, and darkness of not having fellow feelings gets removed. And this is the basic fundamental concept of the Prajalan, that we like to get away with all those kusanskars, prejudices from the society. And we learn and create our new knowledge for the benefit and the service of the society. This is what the philosophy of Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, our honorable founder president, who created this Amity universe. Now, when you take somebody's name, are you just telling just for the sake of his name? Or we seek his blessings? With whom we seek blessings? The persons who has proved himself totally different from others. A man who proved himself that he could have led a very, very cozy, comfortable life, running the industry in Germany, came out with one mission, that how to give quality education to the students. He created 12 universities, not a matter of joke. He created 15 all-round campuses. And then 3 universities, Long Island in US, Dubai, Tashkent, and many more to come in the days to come. And this is the one man who has created such a huge amount of educational facilities to provide to the hundreds and thousands of the students. Now, from this platform, I like to say that this college has produced more than 10,000 alumni. More than 10,000 alumni, all across India, globe. You go to High Court, you go to Supreme Court, you go to any state courts, any lower courts, either they are practicing there or they are judging there. Even Hundreds of our students are practicing in US, UK, Australia, and Canada. They have passed their bar examinations and they are practicing there. So that's a success story. Who has created it? This institution has created. Who created the institution? It is Dr. Ashok Chauhan. Should we not show respect to him? Does he not deserve to hand up standing ovation? Because the man who has given such a huge, and he says his one mantra is, I like to see my nation, my country becomes a superpower. And I was not understanding why speaking like that. How through education superpower comes. Then when we started probing into what a great philosophy. And you can see that every innovation, whether social innovation or scientific innovation, has resulted to different disruptions and has really churned out the economy to a different way. Industrial revolutions, to IT revolutions, to now AI revolution, you can see that every innovation is bringing us the changes in the society. And you, the lawyers, as a social engineers, you are going to protect those innovations. You have to protect that type of GDP that is going to be created so that our country becomes from $3 trillion to $5 trillion and going ahead to $10 trillion in the years to come. And that's how his dream is. Through education, he wants to create the innovations. Now, more, if I start speaking to him, I have developed strong respect for him, not he because he owns the university, because I see his philosophy, his mission. He all the time says, light the lamp unto yourself. Buddha's state quote. All the time, light the lamp unto yourself. You have to create those type of enlightenment within yourself. And that's a great philosophy. Having said so, now today's valedictory function could not have been much better than this today's guests. I would not say guest. I would say that our own person sitting over here on the dais. And if you go on taking their descriptions and name, and it will be huge time that I am to spend. But certainly, I must welcome on behalf of the Honorable Founder President or on behalf of our Chancellor, is another equally dynamic person, Dr. Atul Chauhan. On behalf of them, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, sir, I welcome you all over here and for your gracious presence, for sparing your time, because we know that each one of you are highly time-constrained person and go on working till late night, burning the midnight oil. And by sparing your holiday, Saturday holiday, coming to us speaks volumes for your love and affection for Amity Law School and for Amity Law students. And of course, to bless the students who have come from different institutions. And those institutions certainly remain thankful to Amity Law School because we are providing that platform that you hone up your skill of mooting. You hone up your skill of knowledge of law. And that's why we are providing that type of platform to all of you. So thank you very much once again. Now, sir, my friend, I call him my friend, my philosopher, can come guide. Yes, Chandokji. Whenever we are in trouble, I take shelter under him. He's just a phone call away. I think I'm not exaggerating, sir. Phone call away, sir, this is a problem. Whether it's a problem of sponsorship, whether it's a problem of helping somebody for interns, whether it's a problem for getting him here today, it's just a phone call away. Sir, we are really honored and thankful to you for coming over here. Now, Justice Sangita Dhingraji, her association with us, a great woman judge, so down to earth, so modest, and she got her PhD from us. That's a great honor, ma'am, that you considered us to be a research scholars and get your PhD. And really, now you can see that are the examples that I can cite. Ma'am, coming over here is a great inspiration to all of us and to especially to our law students. Now, Justice Girishji, do you know that while we are sitting side by side, we are chit-chatting, he says, look, I don't want to give lectures. I want to have a question answer session. I said, yes, why not? Whenever you will be going to the dais, you please initiate that. It will be a great initiative from your side. And then time the students will be getting to question you. And that will be great learning for them. Now, Swarnakanda Sarmaji, again, our research scholar, she is doing PhD with us and a great judge. And I think she's on her way to reach over here. And also, Justice Nida Bansalji, she is also on her way to come over here. And we are really, really thankful to all of them. Now, today's world is a very, very VUCA world, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. VUCA world. And this VUCA world demands nothing else but concept of Vishwabandhuta. What is the slogan that Viksit Bharat that we have provided? So you are being the social engineers, carry home to this point, how do you really develop and extend your hand of friendship to other nations, other countries. And for doing that, you do not become small. You show your greatness. You show your humility. So as a social engineer, please carry home this message that I am going to serve the humanity. And that's the way why this Moot Court competition was related to the human rights. And now we can relate it. Why we did it? Why there are so many topics. Why we just approach genocides? Why? Again, it's a concept of the humanitarian law. It's a question of human rights. And then, as a social engineer, you have to develop the narratives. You have to develop that sort of conversation among yourself. That what should be the right approach? What should be the changes that must be brought in the international law? Because law is dynamic. Law all the time follows the society. Society does not follow the law, but law follows the society. Whatever problem society is having, essentially they need to actually capture it and accordingly do it. So carry home. Wish you all the best for returning back to your hometown and take a great message from our founder president that bring or create your lamp unto yourself. That's a great message. It's a Buddha's message, but again, he narrates all the time that. So you are going to be your own light, your own knowledge. Thank you very much. Thank you once again. But before I close, I cannot but profusely appreciate the day in night work of Dr. Shefali Raijada. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, continuously for the last 15, 20 days, he has been working hard. And Anumya Sahai, Neha Susan, Himangshu, all three are giving support to her, working out. But certainly, my volunteers, students volunteers, I think their numbers are pretty high, but they are also pretty good. And I all the time say, I feel proud of all of you, intelligent boys and girls, and dedicated, committed. And that's what is needed to become a professional. So I must thank you all for getting yourself associated with the Moot Court Society. And it will be great learning for you how to conduct. And also, while sitting through the different deliberation, you must have learned how to articulate and then how to become a good elocutor. So with these words, dear participants, thank you once again and wish you all the best in your future career. Thank you very much.
Thank you for enlightening us with your insightful address, sir.
We're honored to welcome Senior Dr. Mr. A.S. Chandiok, sir, Sir is a senior counsel in insolvency matters, arbitration, and mediation, an expert in commercial, company, and insolvency laws. He is one of the senior most practitioners in these areas and a sought after expert in insolvency, arbitration, and mediation. Sir, we invite you to share your insights.
Thank you, my young friends. One doesn't get the opportunity to sit with the honorable judges because they sit on the bench and we sit down. But thank you, Amity, for at least making me sit with them. My Lord Justice Girish Katpalia, my Lord Justice Sangeeta Jingra, dear Professor Bandyopadhyay Sahab, Shifali ji, all other professors, and my dear students. When I received this mail, it said to me, inspirational insights. So I didn't know, I don't think anything I have inspirational, except that factum of I see amity growing as an inspiration. When amity came to Delhi, it was in Okhla. From Okhla, we have come to Noida. A campus is created. And now we are told there are 12 universities and 3 campuses. This itself should be inspiration from all of us that how do we need to go up. And you need to have what? When you become lawyers and appear before the honorable judges, many times you find with the new computerization, we have started looking at things with our laptops. Some of you will start looking at your phones. But we are missing something most important. So it's a welcome move that our relationships are getting down. When you appear in a court, a relationship gets established between you and the honorable judge. He is able to appreciate, he is able to understand your viewpoint to me in a more better way than if I was to speak on the VC. My honorable judges will probably say what they would like to say. But having said that, what is required today by all of us, and that's your moot competition. The fact that 41 teams participated itself shows the commitment not to law, but to human being. The motivation is there is something to do with human being, and irrespective of caste, color, creed, genocide is not acceptable. Territorial sovereignty can't be violated under any circumstances. But the fact remains today, look at the India, it had warred with Pakistan. We had gone right up to Lahore. And that is where the government thought, no, we will give you back what you have, provided you are sure that you will not produce any terrorists which will enter into our area. Therefore, India is a giver. I was coming to this point. We have been taught how to give. Your professors do that every day to you. They give you. And 3 people can never be against you. Your parents and your guru. Your mentor, maybe after you join the profession. Today you have many more avenues open to you. But one thing alone will help you, namely passion for the profession. Whether you want to go to the judiciary, you want to go to in-house, you want to come to practice in court. We have almost 52 tribunals in Delhi today. And that's why we see an influx of people coming from outside to Delhi every year. The opportunity is much more. There's no doubt about it. Right from a tribunal till the Supreme Court, we are here. There's some views being expressed that we should have benches in south, north, west. Supreme Court is one. Don't divide it, please. The dignity of the Supreme Court must remain there. Yes, people who are not able to afford, we already have in place a legal services authority. Ask them to assist them. Ask them to help them. And recruit your lawyers, youngsters like you, to help them to put their briefs through. And now there's no difficulty, you can have an online filing. I may be sitting in Tamil Nadu, I can file it. So with the facilities today available to us, I don't think it's time that we should bifurcate the Supreme Court. But of course, nothing is in my hand, nothing is in the hand of anybody else, it's hand to the government. But to learn three things. A, be humble. Mr. Bandyopadhyay just talked about Justice Sangeeta Dhingra. Be humble. Because your humility will take you further in the profession. Be passionate. Learn your facts to the hilt. And I can assure you, speaking with the experience that one has, I don't think there's any judge who would cut you down. Nobody. I have not seen anybody. If you are making, you know your facts, you know the principle of law, you don't need to ratify the sections. Section is there. Open the book and show it. But what is missing today is the interpretation thereof, and we start going to SEC online and say, here is a judgment. There's one sentence, say, hey, case is decided on this. Please don't do that. Because there could be an amendment in law. There could be another view that could have been expressed. And I can tell you, when I was a student and I came to Supreme Court on a visit, the Chief Justice of India was Justice Ayatullah. And I was sitting in the visitors' gallery and I heard, I don't know who the lawyers were, saying that this judgment of the Supreme Court is wrong. And he came down to say, who told you that we sitting in Supreme Court can't be wrong? The only difference is we are final. So it is possible for you, even in the Supreme Court, to say that the judgment has gone wrong. This aspect has not been considered. And Delhi today, where you are sitting, is on the top of the ladder for the last few years. And the reasons are three, subject to what my honorable judges say. A, bench and bar is together. 15 years as the president of the bar, I did not even have one scuttle with the Chief Justice, not even one. Two, there was a determination both by the bench and the bar. Because unless the bar determines, only bench can't do anything. And you will find, if you open up all India reports, a very famous judgment which said a lawyer was arguing to say, well, at this point, you should consider. He said, you were not there to assist me when I was judge on the commercial side. I'm sitting today in appeal. When you assist me, it's your assistance that will reflect in my judgment. Therefore, we should do that. And you are, wherever law school you are, Amity, of course, excellent. There's no doubt. The facilities that they give, the professors that we have. So Bandyopadhyay just now said, Mr. Rajdada has been working for 20 hours a day. And in fact, every lawyer has to work for 20 hours a day. Every judge has to work for 20 hours a day. So better, it's earlier, the better that we start learning from this Rajendra, that we have to work for 20 hours. Because there is so much to do today. The change in law is tremendous. In fact, yesterday you will find there's a bill circulated for comments both on arbitration and CPC. So if we learn that part, your learning process will go faster. Please interact with your teachers. Not that a lecture is given and you go out of it. So kindly look at this part. You are in an atmosphere where things have already gone very well for you. With this moot competition, looking at sovereignty, human, and look at it, our own constitution. It says we the people. Starts with that. It doesn't start with anything else. So the people are paramount so far as India is concerned. And when students or you participants, budding lawyers, have to participate in a moot, obviously, human rights is exemplary. Thank you, Amity, for calling me. It's a homecoming situation for me. I always feel I wish I was born later and would have studied in this law school. But God saved me on that front. My son studied here and he's today a practicing lawyer. With the blessings of Chauhan Saab, and I want to share something else, what else has been shared by Mr. Bandyopadhyay. I called up Dr. Chauhan in reference to research, and he said, yes, I can look into it. So I thought, let us fix up a meeting and I'll go and see him because I'm not very far from where his offices are. So he sends me a message that on Saturday, I will come to you. You will not come to me. And with all his acumen, all that he has, all that you've learned, he comes to my chamber to talk. That itself is a sign of humility. That's a sign that you don't show that you're too big. For a small bite like me, if he comes to discuss with me something on research, you can understand what he must be doing otherwise. These are learnings, actually speaking. We must learn this from them. Those situations are changing, atmosphere is changing, but I can assure you, heritage of India, values of home, values of this bar which you're going to join, which have been established, must be brought back to you. And I'll end by giving you an instance. We had Mr. Daftari as one of the attorney generals in the early part of the Supreme Court. He's no longer the attorney general, but appearing in a case. So when he enters the court and matter starts, the honorable judge says, Mr. Daftari, you know there's nothing in this case. He says, yes, my lord. I told my briefing counsel, there's nothing in it. So the matter got over. What I'm requesting you to look at is, he comes out of the court, takes that check from his pocket and gives it back to the briefing counsel. It has conveyed so many things to us. We need to learn all this. We are officers of the court. Money making is essential. I know. It's good. I don't need, God gave me stomach also to eat. But don't go after money. Go after justice. Irrespective of your religion, when you assist somebody to get justice, you are actually praying to God. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your kind address.
We would now like to invite Honorable Justice Sangeeta Dhingra Sehgal ma'am. Ma'am is currently serving as the Honorable President of Delhi State Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. Ma'am is also a former judge of High Court of Delhi. We welcome you, ma'am.
Good afternoon. dignitaries on the dais, distinguished faculty members, esteemed participants, and dear students. It's indeed an honor and privilege to be here today on the 14th Amity International Moot Court Competition hosted by the Amity Law School, Noida. I would first like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, the visionary founder, president of Amity Law School, whose relentless dedication and tireless efforts have built a remarkable institution that nurtures young minds, shaping the future leaders of our legal fraternity. I have known Mr. Chauhan since I was appointed as a member secretary of the Delhi Legal Services Authority in 2005. Throughout the years, Dr. Chauhan's vision and belief in the transformative power of education have always inspired me. His commitment to excellence and innovation has created an environment where students are not only equipped with academic knowledge, but also empowered to think critically and act ethically. Over the years, I've had the pleasure of interacting with Dr. Chauhan on several occasions, and each interaction has deepened my respect for his leadership and foresight in establishing an institution that stands for integrity, perseverance, and global excellence. His passion for nurturing legal education is truly unparalleled, and his influence extends far beyond the walls of this university, inspiring many, including myself. Also, I want to mention here that Amity Law School, Noida, has built a sterling reputation in the academic world. It is not just an institution of learning, but a community of scholars and practitioners that fosters holistic growth. The dedication to creating a platform where students can engage with the complexities of law, sharpen their advocacy skills, and gain invaluable experience is commendable. This institution stands out as one of the finest centers for legal education in the country, with its emphasis on both theoretical understanding and practical application of law. The Moot Court competition is just one of the shining examples of the commitment Amity Law School has to producing well rounded, capable, and thoughtful legal professionals. I have always admired the rigorous academic framework, the focus on the all round development, and the commitment to providing students with global exposure. Amity Law School does not prepare students to be lawyers, it prepares them to be leaders in society with a deep sense of responsibility towards justice, fairness, and rule of law. This institution's role in shaping the legal landscape of tomorrow cannot be overstated, and I'm privileged to witness the profound impact it has on its students. As far as today's 14th International Moot Court competition, it is one of the most significant experiences a law student can participate in during their academic journey. Moot court competitions provide an excellent platform for students to step into shoes of a lawyer, to practice the skills of research, legal analysis, and oral advocacy. The competition fosters critical thinking and helps students develop the confidence and competence necessary for success in the legal profession. For many, these experiences lay the foundation for a lifetime of legal practice, teaching valuable lessons in teamwork, discipline, and the art of persuasion. I commend all the participants for their dedication and hard work. The knowledge and the skills you gain from moot courts will serve you well in your professional journey. I wish each one of you success in today's event and all your endeavors. As we draw this remarkable event to a close, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to the organizing committee, esteemed judges, faculty members, and the most importantly, the participants who made this 14th Moot Court competition a resounding success. Your dedication, hard work, and passion for the law were clearly evident in every argument presented and every issue debated, as I'm told. Each one of you has demonstrated not only a deep understanding of legal principles, but also a commitment to upholding the values of justice and integrity. The participants will remember that while the competition may be over, the lessons learned and the skills gained here will carry you forward throughout your legal careers. Whether you stood victorious or not, you have all achieved something significant today by challenging yourselves and stepping beyond the confines of the classroom. I'm confident that you will all go to achieve great heights in the legal profession, and I wish you all the best in your future. Thank you, and I look forward to witnessing your continued success. And I thank you once again, the faculty of Amity Law School, Noida, for inviting me to be a part of this momentous occasion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was indeed inspiring.
I'd now like to call upon Honorable Justice Girish Katpalia, sir. Sir is a distinguished scholar and legal professional. He has contributed extensively through his roles in advocacy, academia, and judiciary, including authoring over 200 publications. With a vast career spanning various key judicial roles, he was elevated as the additional judge of the Delhi High Court in 2023. We welcome you, sir.
Respected Mr. Chandyok, uh, whatever we learn, I'll share with you guys. It's because of our seniors. Whatever I am today is the contribution of my seniors, like Mr. Chandyok. Welcome. No, please, please, please. You want to welcome the first? Right? All right. All right. So I was sharing with you, very soon you also would be joining the profession as a lawyer, as a judge. So I feel greatly indebted to my senior who taught me whatever advocacy I could learn. So, respected Mr. Chandyok, uh, my fellow colleague judges here, respected teachers, Professor Bandyopadhyay, Professor Shifali, and respected teachers there. We are here because teachers are there. So please keep it in your mind. And my dear students, I'm one of you, so I share my thoughts. Let me begin with something which I've always been saying whenever I interact with youngsters. We are very, very privileged people, all of us. Never even by mistake say, oh, I'm a common man. Common man has nothing. No, we are very, very privileged. We are privileged because we can take interest in the interest of the voiceless. Never forget this. We are privileged because we can take interest in the other's interest. Think of that cycle rickshaw wala who by mistake could not apply brakes, just crossed the stop line at a red light, and a traffic cop comes and deflates his tire. He is the common man. verse. Think of those two Safai Karmcharis last week who were forced to enter a manhole without a protection gear and they died. Mind you, this has happened despite many legislations, two of them being specifically 1993 Manual Scavenging Act and 2013 Manual Scavenging Act. Till October 2024, in the capital of this country, we lost 2 human beings to manhole cleaning. We owe our privilege to such people. So I would beseech upon you that please be voice of those voiceless. You will reach wherever you are destined to. If you are destined to be here, you will be here, you will elsewhere. But end of the day, when you hang your boots, when you retire, when your body can't work, somebody inside you will ask you, what did you do? That day you should be able to tell yourself that, yes, I tried to raise voice for that voiceless. On these moot courts, genocide, wonderful topic, I came across few universities with great respect. I have my own views on this. We've been talking of all big corporate law, international law, and all those things. Today, a fresh pass out or even a law student of first year, second year wants to do internship where some big corporate law firm. Who will be the voice of that rickshawala? So you have to, somebody has to wake up. Somebody has to, I would suggest somebody has to raise this issue of these two deaths which took place in Delhi last week. File a PIL in Supreme Court had, I think, Dr. Balram Singh versus Union of India 2020. A large number of directions were given that before sending somebody to manhole, you have to adopt these steps. Still, we lost 2 human beings. So somebody should take it up. You youngsters can initiate it on practical planks. You can file an RTI, obtain information from the government as to what recommendations, what directions of the Supreme Court have been complied with and what have not been, and then take it to the Supreme Court. So that's one. Second thing which I have always spoken about is, and mind you, some of you who heard me earlier will find me repetitive, but I like to be repetitive because when I speak certain things, I speak to myself also. They apply to me as well. So second thing which I have been saying is work as hard as possible and a bit more and every day. I would repeat, work as hard as possible and a bit more and every day. We cannot have anything meaningful in this world if people don't work hard. So work hard. That's the second thing I want to share. Another thing which I would share with you is many of you will tomorrow become judges, teachers, advocates, social workers. Many a time you will come across with legal issues, legal problems, how to resolve it. You will find two views, how to resolve it. Let me share a story with you. A house caught fire. Everybody, every occupant started running out. Everybody ran out. 2 persons could not. One was blind. He could not see the escape route. One did not have both legs. He could not run. So both of them would have died there. Then an idea struck them. That blind man carried that person without legs on his shoulders. Now, the person without legs is able to see and direct the escape route. Blind person ran, and that's how both of them escaped from that fire. The man who is blind but mobile is law. We all have read law is dynamic. The person who does not have legs, can't run, is static. They have also read the dharma is static. So whenever there is a dilemma, you should have law guided by dharma for a meaningful escape. Now, what is dharma? Hindu dharma, Muslim dharma, or Christian? No, that is not dharma. We're not talking of that dharma. Dharma in any society governed by rule of law is its constitutional morality. That is static. It is the Kelson's unalterable Grundnorm. Those in jurists would have studied this. Unalterable content of Grundnorm, that is static. Or Keshwanand Bharati's basic structure of constitution, that is unamendable, that is static. So whenever you apply law, that law application of law has to be guided by dharma, the constitutional morality. Please always keep that in mind. Why I said this? Because many a time we tend to get carried away. No, this is, to my mind, this is justice. It may be contrary to law, but this is justice. No. Justice cannot be the horse, the law. Please always keep in mind, whether you become law teacher, lawyer, or judge, or researcher, or wherever you go, justice is justice only if it is justice in accordance with law. So this was another thing which I wanted to share with you. Now, Mr. Duke has touched the aspect of legal research. We also, when we were juniors, senior would tell us, find this proposition, we would go to library, take out all books one by one, go through each of them, and then find a relevant proposition of law and presented before the senior, and senior would address, or we would address before the court. Now, compare it with today's technology. You have the entire research in your mobile. Technology should always be encouraged. It's always very good. Nobody is suggesting that we used to sit on patras and pattis under a tree. You also don't have a comfortable practice office. No, nobody is saying this. Adopt technology, but be very, very careful. Interesting thing which I'll share with all of you, which we have experienced, and I'm sure they will vouch for it. In Google, suppose you are searching for a legal proposition. You mention anticipatory bail in case of 376 IPC. A list opens. The very first list will take you to a particular website. I do not want to popularize that website, but the first website it tells. You open it, and you will find suddenly 20 judgments on that aspect. You will straight away take a printout, present it to the district judge or maybe the high court. And then the judge points out, look, this is the judgment written by a civil judge or a magistrate, which has no precedentiary value. It's not that their judgments are not good, mind you. They are very good judgments, but they do not have precedentiary value. So this website has been uploading the orders and judgments of even civil judges, and which are cited by us. This is where I think we need to fine tune our decisions to what to cite, what not to cite. So it's again, I'll conclude, wonderful to be here in MET. Thank you very much for inviting. I'll look forward to another session next year. Thank you, everybody. God bless.
Thank you so much for your kind words, sir.
We would now request our chairman, sir, director, ma'am, additional director, sir, to warmly welcome and present a token of gratitude to Honorable Justice Swan Kanta Sharma, ma'am. Can we have a huge round of applause, please? We welcome you, ma'am. We are honored to have Honorable Justice Swan Kanta Sharma, ma'am. Ma'am is an accomplished scholar and an all-rounder. Ma'am has presided over various key judicial roles, including Special Judge CBI and Principal District and Sessions Judge. A passionate author and advocate for women's rights, she was elevated as a permanent judge of High Court of Delhi in 2022. We welcome you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, I have never won a debate in moot court. So, I think it is a very good occasion that you see I have come to the finals. At least this is one way of participating in it. So, I'm very happy about it. I want to thank Mr. Bandyopadhyay for inviting me, Bhanu sir for inviting me, and respected Chandok sir, respected ma'am, Sangeeta ma'am, who has been very inspirational, and my brother judge, Justice Katpalia, and all of you. Uh, I do not know what kind of image you have of judges because when we were in college, तो हमें लगता था कि जज किसी और दुनिया से आते हैं. अब आप लोगों को थोड़ी सी वैसे तो you have that access to judges also because they have started coming to colleges which was not earlier. So I think now you know that judges are human. So, and we have been saying that judges are not God, and I think not one. I have been saying it for last 5 years, and so it's a very good occasion to come to this college because I am a student of this college also at present. I'm doing my PhD from this college, and I'm doing my PhD in judicial education. And my purpose of telling this to you is this: that there is no end to learning. There is no end to learning whatever you become in your life. And this is what is the most important thing for you when you become either you become a judge or you become a lawyer. You will see that for your success, actual success lies in two things. The true learning is not that you have to only, your mind has to learn. The true learning is when you make your heart learn. Because still you make your heart learn, what your mind learns will not be of help to you, either when you become a judge or you become a lawyer. So today you are very lucky that you have some people over here who will inspire you if you will read about them. So if you will see respected Chandok sir's life, then you will see that his life is not only of being a successful lawyer. His life has those live examples and is writ large with those incidents where he has caught hold of the hands of those who needed help. He has presided over, he has been a leader of the bar. And if you will see the bar that we have in Delhi, there are contributions of Mr. Chandok to it. So those who are coming to the bar, आप में से जो भी लोग वकील बनना चाहते हैं, उन लोगों के लिए बहुत ही अच्छा मौका है कि आप चंदोक सर की लाइफ को अगर आप देखेंगे तो आपको ये पता चलेगा कि सिर्फ पढ़ाई करने से, सिर्फ पैसे कमाने से, एक अच्छी ब्रीफ बनने से आपकी लाइफ के सक्सेसफुल मायने नहीं होते। आपकी लाइफ के सक्सेसफुल मायने इस चीज से भी होते हैं कि आपने कितने लोगों की लाइफ को टच किया है। और एज ए लॉयर एंड एज ए जज आप लोग बहुत लकी हैं कि आप उस प्रोफेशन में आएंगे जहां आपको एक नहीं, आपको हजारों लोगों की लाइफ को टच करने का मौका मिलेगा। नॉट ओनली जो लोग जज बनेंगे उन्हें भी अलग तरीके से मिलेगा, और जो लोग वकील बनेंगे उन्हें भी अलग तरीके से मिलेगा। सो व्हेन यू विल बी लॉयर्स, you will be assisting and you will be helping those who need your assistance in a different way. And as a judge, you will be writing judgments and you will be helping them in a different way. And there's one thing that you have to remember: whether you become a judge or you become a lawyer, judges cannot work without lawyers. So when we write good judgments, और लोग कभी कभी मुझे कहते हैं कि आपने ये जजमेंट अच्छी लिखी है, तो उसमें सिर्फ एक जज का हाथ नहीं होता, उसमें एक बहुत ही एबल असिस्टेंस जो आपको लॉयर्स की तरफ से मिलती है, जो आपको प्रोसिक्यूशन की तरफ से मिलती है, जो आपको सरकारी वकील जिसे आप कहते हैं उनकी तरफ से मिलती है, और जो आपके खुद रिसर्च स्कॉलर्स होते हैं उनसे आपको मिलती है, वो एक अच्छी जजमेंट का रूप लेती है। देन इट बिकम्स अ गुड जजमेंट। सो दिस इज व्हाई इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एज टू व्हाट यू आर डूइंग. If you want to be, if you will not be if you will be a good lawyer, you will actually assist in writing a good judgment, because only then you will be able to give good assistance to a judge to write a good judgment. So therefore, the moot court that was organized by your college, why is it important? ये क्यों important है? moot court करना क्यों important? moot court करना इसलिए important है because this is now actually preparing you for the reality when you will land up in the court. When you will land up in the court. क्योंकि जब आप कोर्ट में जाओगे तो जो आज आपने मूट कोर्ट में किया है, यानी कि जो नकली था, वो आपको असली में आपको करना पड़ेगा. And for this you have to thank your teachers, you have to thank your college that they have been able to organize this. You should thank all those who were, who are now associated with it, and your teachers who have put everything at their command to make you what you are. You're also lucky in one way that you had the opportunity to hear Justice Sangeeta Dhingra and Justice Katpalia. Justice Sangeeta Dhingra, when she was posted in DSLSA, that is something that is when we give legal aid to the downtrodden. At the time when she was the secretary of DSLSA, the work that she has done, the slums that she has visited, the slums that she has on her own visited. And since I was associated with her at that particular time, her doors were always open for those who were not able to take access to justice. So you have a very inspirational woman here who has worked very hard to contribute to this system. If you will read Justice Katpalia's judgments, and if you will know about Justice Katpalia will inspire you for two things. Number one, for speaking truthfully, because truth भी आजकल बड़े तरीकों से बोला जाता है, politically भी बोला जाता है ना, तो speaking truthfully, standing by it, come what may, plus despite being a full-time judge, he is a wonderful, wonderful poet and he writes poetry. So, Katpalia sir's presence here, Chandok sir's presence here, Sangeeta ma'am's presence here must inspire you to that extent that you please open their lives and see as to what you want to become. तो आप जिसकी लाइफ से जो इंस्पिरेशन लेना चाहो आप वो सारी इंस्पिरेशंस ले सकते हो. एंड एनीबडी हु टेल्स यू दिस कि जज बनने के बाद या लॉयर बनने के बाद यू डोंट हैव अ लाइफ एक्सेप्ट टू रीड बुक्स, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. यू कैन डू वॉट एवर यू वॉन्ट टू डू. It is just as to how you manage your work. As far as I am concerned, I have only one message for all of you कि इस दुनिया में मेहनत का सब्स्टिट्यूट कभी भी कुछ नहीं होता. और जितने भी टीचर्स होते हैं वो कभी ना कभी तो स्टूडेंट थे, वो तभी टीचर्स बनते हैं. और जिन जिन को आज फर्स्ट प्राइज नहीं मिलेगा तो उन्हें ये याद रखना चाहिए कि आज जो विनर था वो शायद कल एक लूजर था. आप सबको ये भी याद रखना चाहिए कि आज जो सक्सेसफुल है वो कल अनसक्सेसफुल था. तो कभी भी अपनी लाइफ में यू शुड नॉट एवर गिव अप. आई थिंक माई लाइफ स्टोरी इज दैट वेयर आई कैन टेल यू दैट यू शुड नेवर गिव अप. I became a judge when I was 23 and a half. So straight away from the college, I became a judge. एंड व्हेन आई बिकेम अ जज तो उस वक्त ये बात तो थी कि बहुत ही कम लड़कियां, बहुत ही कम women, they were part of the judicial system and ma'am was there who always inspired us for that. तो आपको दो परेशानियां थी जो परेशानियां अब आपको नहीं है. कि सबसे पहले तो बिकॉज यू वर यंग तो लोगों को आप में वो विश्वास नहीं आ रहा था क्योंकि लोगों को ऐसा लगता था कि जज तो वो होता है जिसके बाल सफेद होते हैं और जो बहुत ही मेच्योर होता है. एंड आई वॉज नोवेयर नियर इट एट दैट टाइम. और दूसरी बात जो बहुत ही मुश्किल थी, जो आज आप में से किसी को भी, आज आपको किसी को भी वो मुश्किल नहीं होगी, वो दैट इज दिस कि पहले औरतों में लोगों को विश्वास बड़ा मुश्किल होता था कि क्या ये न्याय कर सकती है, कैन शी डू जस्टिस. तो वो आज एक मसला वो आप लोगों के साथ नहीं है बिकॉज देयर सो मेनी वुमेन हु हैव नाउ हेंस प्रूव्ड that they can not only do justice but they can do justice to justice also, क्योंकि कभी कभी justice से भी injustice हो जाता है. तो इसलिए आप लोगों की as women आपकी राह बहुत ही आसान हो गई है to reach that pedestal where we want to see ourselves, where you will not have to make that extra effort कि आपको ये extra effort करने पड़े कि as a woman आप judgment कर लोगे या नहीं कर लोगे. There's one more thing that जब मुझे कहीं भी इंट्रोड्यूस किया जाता है और मैं हमेशा ये बोलती हूँ और मैं हमेशा ये बोलती रहूंगी जब तक लोग नहीं सुधरेंगे कि हर बंदा मुझे ये क्यों बोलता है कि she stands for women's rights. No, I don't. Because I stand for everybody. When I am doing and writing a judgment, so my judgments don't look at women. My judgments are genderless. My judgments, and when I sit on the chair of a judge, I don't have a gender. मैं कभी भी ये नहीं सोचती कि मैं औरत हूं तो मुझे औरतों वाली और औरत की तरह कोई जस्टिस थोड़ी करना होता है. कोई भी जजमेंट होती है तो क्या वो जजमेंट कोई फीमेल जजमेंट या मेल जजमेंट होती है? इट इज नॉट. Justice means being just to all and just to everyone. And now you don't have two genders. You have other genders and you have genderless. So when you have that challenge also, जो हमारे टाइम में इतना चैलेंज नहीं था, तो you have to understand this, that when you talk of justice, whether as a lawyer or as a judge, there is no gender attached to justice. Justice is genderless. जस्टिस का मतलब होता है न्याय करना और न्याय का मतलब होता है न्याय करना because all of us are human beings. So men are not human beings, men are also human beings. Is it that all women are good or all men are bad? No, it's not like that. So it's not that all women are good and all men are bad. No, it's not like that. So therefore, whether you write your briefs as lawyers or whether you write your judgments as judges, you have to remember that you have to be just to all if you want to be a good judge. If you want to be a good lawyer, you have to be just to all. At the end of it, I just want to say that It's not important today. You know, whenever these results will be given to you, it will not be important कि आप में से कौन जीतेगा और कौन नहीं जीतेगा. आप में से हर एक को जो आज ये ट्रॉफी नहीं भी लेके जाएगा, उसको अपने आप को ये कहना है कि the participation certificate that I have got, even that is a trophy for you, because your participation in itself should tell you that I traveled this place to this place. So, therefore, whether you are able to hold that prize or not, your coming here, your participating is also a trophy in itself. And at times, कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि जिस प्रोफेशन में आप जाएंगे या मूट कोर्ट में भी आप फर्स्ट ईयर में हैं, सेकंड ईयर में हैं, जिस भी साल में आप हो, तो कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि जो पेशेंस होती है, पेशेंस मीन्स कि हम कहीं रुक गए, बट पेशेंस इज ऑल्सो एक्शन, बिकॉज व्हेन यू आर पेशेंट you are able to think about your future strategies, you are able to plan, and you are able to tell yourself that have patience, next year I am going to make it. And just because you will not be able to hold that trophy, any of you or those who participated could not make it to one round or the other, they have to also think that it is not always that it is end of the road. It is this, that every day, every morning, every evening is an opportunity given to you by God, who tells you that today you have something to do for those who are not able to come to you. There is something today, once again, that you will be able to do as judges and lawyers to reach those who are unable to help themselves. To end, I will just say, whenever I go to any university, I always say this, that please don't be disheartened if you don't win a prize today. And also don't be disheartened when you will graduate and you will enter the profession. It is a little tough profession, especially for those who are the first timers. But don't give up, क्योंकि 1 या 2 साल में आप अपने आप को जरूर इस्टेब्लिश कर लेंगे अगर आप मेहनत करेंगे. और मेहनत करने के लिए आपको हमेशा मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. So don't sit on the sidelines. I will end it like this. तट पर बैठे बैठे तेरे हाथ कहाँ कुछ आएगा, रत्न मिलेंगे तुझको जब सागर की तह में जाएगा. कुछ ना आए हाथ, समझना डुबकी अभी अधूरी है, चाहे जितना भी मुश्किल हो, पहला कदम जरूरी है. So take that first step. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for enlightening us with your address. As our honorable guest, Honorable Justice Neena Vinsal Krishna, ma'am, is on her way.
So I think if somebody has any questions, you can please, it's a privilege that you can ask the questions from the honorable judges. Right. It's an interactive session. So if any student has any concern, any question, that's the most privileged occasion that you have today. Any participant, any student? Yes, do we have the participants here? Yes, I think he has a question. Please.
Good afternoon to one and all present over here, respected judges and professors, and dear participants, including me and my team. First of all, I want to say that don't be disheartened, because when I was in my first year, I lost 2 moot court competition and I was out of the pre-round itself. And this is the time when my team has made to the final rounds. So as for now, I don't have any questions, but I'll just ask judges, respective judges, to bless us with the with all their hearts. And I must congratulate all the participants and the teams who have made to the finals.
Good afternoon to all. That I'm very new for this field. That I am not from a political background and all. So I want to ask that how to become a good lawyer and a good judge in my future.
फोन आ गया. First, try to be a good human being, which you are already, right? Number one. Number two. Number two, work as hard as you can and a bit more and every day. Last thing I'll share. This moot court we have, right? Only one of the team can come. Huh? Slot for the winner is only one. But there is no slot for hard working. All of us can work hard. There can't be only one person can work hard. So that's the best field where you have no competition. And moot court, lastly, I would say I've never been. I used to be very scared. I used to be very introvert. मैं वो last bench पर कोने में बैठने वाला आदमी हूँ. If I can travel from here to here, you also can. You are all fantastic lawyers and students.
Thank you, sir.
I want to add something to you said that to be a good judge, how to be a good judge. So I think that to be a good judge, the most important thing is this, which generally people will not tell you. Since I became a judge right out of the college, so what happens is that when lot of power comes to you, when you become a judge, lot of power comes to you. So my father had given me one advice, which I want, and I am giving this advice to everyone, including my children, is this. कि जब मैंने अपनी ओथ के लिए मैं जा रही थी तो मेरे फादर ने मुझे एक बात कही कि आप कुर्सी पर बैठना, कुर्सी आपके ऊपर नहीं बैठनी चाहिए, राइट? और उसका मतलब ये होता है कि आपको ये बहुत सारे ओकेजन्स आते हैं जब एकदम आपको बहुत सारी पावर मिलती है, आप बहुत पावरफुल हो जाते हो. जब आप और ऊंची ऊंची ऊंचाइयों में जाते हो तो आप और भी पावरफुल हो जाते हो. तो उस वक्त उन लोगों को उस ऊंचाई से देख पाना कि जो लोग अभी थोड़ा नीचे हैं, they should never at any point of time, they should look small to you. Try and reach out to them because they will find it difficult to reach to you. I think that's the mantra to be a good judge, that you should, irrespective, आपको हमेशा ये कोशिश करना कि जो लीस्ट आपको ऐसा लगे ना, जिसके पास लीस्ट लीगल असिस्टेंस है और आप ऐसे जज उसको लीगल असिस्टेंस दे सकते हो, आप वो फील कर सकते हो कि अगर आप उस साइड में होते तो आपको कैसा लगता. आप सिर्फ तभी अच्छे जज बन सकते हो, वरना आप कभी अच्छे जज नहीं बन सकते. That's what.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Do we have any other questions?
Good afternoon, dignitaries. My question is regarding, as sir said about constitutional morality being stagnant and how judges are the ones who are carrying it. How do you judge or interpret a situation? How do you know, like, judges can be wrong, but how do you rely on it? What is that sense of being a judge or being there and being the blind goddess? What makes you think, okay, this is the verdict I must give? How do you take, like, what is that process like? Anybody? I think even as an advocate, when you
All
interpret
right,
laws.
I'll take a call.
Okay.
Have you ever seen vegetable vendor?
Yes.
वो जो सब्जी बेचने आता है ना, वो आंख बंद करके बता सकता है कि वो वहां पर जो लौकी पड़ी है वो ठीक है और वो गलत है. How does he develop that knack? That knack he develops because day in and day out he is doing that work. So we, the lawyers, the judges, 24 hours we keep thinking about law, we keep working on law. Even if we are sleeping, at times you wake up at 11 o'clock, suddenly then you remind, oh, this argument I could have mentioned in my pleadings or in my judgment. So you scribble that argument on a piece of paper by your bedside. Next morning you use it. So that develops in us that knack. But I would repeat, we have to be very, very conscious that justice is not to be subjective concept. It has to be justice in accordance with law. So that's how it's done.
Thank you.
I have a little different view on that. So I would say that you spoke of constitutional morality, right? And your specific question, if I could understand you rightly, was this: then how, as judges, we decide cases? I think you wanted to ask. I think, how do we decide what is right, what is wrong? Right? That's what you said, because which you said that.
No,
Right?
ma'am. Because I feel even judges, it's according to time and age, I believe.
No, I think truth doesn't change with time. It's only the law that changes, right? It is only the law that changes. So, what is a judge doing? A judge is applying laws. So, when I am writing my judgments, I am applying laws. It is like I said, you have to be a sensitive judge. When you have to be a sensitive judge, now it is on you as to how you interpret the law. So, you will see that why so many provisions have been struck down by the Supreme Court. Because, like for example, 377, if you will talk about gay rights, you will talk about other things. So it is the law which is, which is now progressing. The truth is static. The truth will be the truth, and truth will be according to the constitutional morality. So when you have struck down the constitutional validity of a application of law, वो चला गया. So that is gone. So your constitutional morality is वो किससे बंधी हुई है? That is only with the law that you have in hand, which you have to apply. Now, to be a good judge, you see, law is the same for all judges, and you are so right. Judges are not always right. Judges can be wrong also. And I have already always written in my judgments also that in few judgments you have that dilemma of a judge as to how to adjudicate whether to do this, go this way or that way, because there is a very thin line. Only the lawyer of the accused knows what the truth is. I think the judges will be told two truths: one by the police, one by the other side. So to apply the law, the best thing that we have before us on the basis of the evidence that we have, and by applying that, and yes, to some extent, yes, Justice Katpalia is right that you see you have that sixth sense which is called sensitivity, and with which comes with experience also, that you put that sensitivity into that, and you then see the background of the person, the social background of the person, and then you decide the case. If you have to actually decide it the way जस्टिस शुड बी डन टू द कम्युनिटी. देखो, जस्टिस तो दो तरह से भी हो सकता है कि आप जस्टिस को कर दें कि जैसे 1+1 हमेशा जस्टिस नहीं होता, कभी कभी 2.5 भी हो जाता है, उसमें ऐड हो जाता है या उसमें सब्सट्रैक्ट हो जाता है. दैट्स हाउ.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I request Dr. Anumeha Sahai to kindly deliver the report.
Thank you. The 14th Amity International Moot Court Competition was successfully held from 17th to 19th October 2024 with the participation of 41 teams from several prestigious law schools across India. The competition organized by Amity Law School, Noida, was based on the theme Case Concerning Genocide and Territorial Sovereignty, which focused on public international law. This theme encouraged participants to explore legal framework governing human rights violation and territorial conflicts, fostering critical discussions around issues of global importance. The competition was divided into 3 phases. The preliminary round took place on 17th October, followed by the quarterfinals and semi-finals on 18th October. From the intense preliminary round, 8 teams advanced to the quarterfinals, and 2 teams that reached the final rounds were TC20 and TC23, showcasing exceptional legal arguments and advocacy. The grand finale was held on October 19th, 2024, which was adjudicated by an esteemed bench comprising Honorable Mr. Justice Rajiv Sahai N-Law, Honorable Mr. Justice Hemant Gupta, sir, and Honorable Professor Dr. Vinod Kumar. Their collective expertise provided participants with invaluable feedback and heightened the prestige of the final round. Both finalist teams presented compelling cases on complex issues concerning genocide and territorial sovereignty, culminating in a thrilling conclusion. The results are still awaited, and I'm sure the participants must be eagerly waiting for the same. So the results will be announced soon. Till then, keep waiting for a few more minutes. Thank you.
We would now like to release a souvenir. For this, I would request the dignitaries to release the souvenir of the 14th International Amity International Moot Court Competition.
As we unfold our souvenir, may we have a huge round of applause? Can we have a huge round of applause, please? Thank you so much. I would like our chairman, sir, director, ma'am, and additional director, sir, to kindly felicitate Honorable Justice Swan Kanta Sharma, ma'am. May we have a huge round of applause?
We warmly welcome Honorable Justice Neena Bansal, Madam. Thank you so much for coming here.
We warmly welcome Honorable Justice Neena Bansal Krishna, ma'am. We welcome you, ma'am. I request Chairman, sir, Director, ma'am, and additional Director, sir, to kindly felicitate Honorable Justice Neena Bansal Krishna, ma'am. We warmly welcome Neena, ma'am. Now I request Chairman Sir, Director Ma'am, and Additional Director Sir to felicitate Honorable Justice Girish Katpalia Sir.
तुम लोग कहाँ नेहा नेहा हिमांशु ये आप टच कर लीजिए और इसको कॉपी है बहुत बहुत थैंक यू सो मच ये ब्रांड है इसी ब्रांड इसी
I request Chairman Sir and Director Ma'am to kindly felicitate Neena Kishan Bansal Ma'am. I request to kindly felicitate Honorable Justice Sangeeta Dhingra Sehgal Ma'am. May we have a huge round of applause, please? Now I request Chairman Sir and Director Ma'am to kindly felicitate Honorable Justice Neena Kishan Bansal Ma'am. May we have a huge round of applause, please?
नेक्स्ट
I request to kindly felicitate A.S. Chandyok Sir, please.
Thank you, everybody. We'll take leave.
We are honored to welcome Honorable Miss Justice Neena Bansal Krishna Ma'am. We welcome you, ma'am. Kindly address the gathering.
Thank you so
May we have a huge round of applause, please?
Good afternoon, everybody. First and foremost, I'm very sorry I got a little late. There was a miscalculation on the time that would be taken in reaching here. So 15 minutes went there, and somewhat I had some work of my own. And first and foremost, many thanks to the to Mr. Chauhan, to the entire faculty, and to all of you to be here, to interact, and it's always a pleasure to come back and have a small talk with the young budding lawyers, which really gives us an assurance that our future legal profession is in very, very safe hands. When I talk about the time, that's one thing which I feel very sensitive about. I don't know how many of you know or not that time, the punctuality which you observe, speaks a lot about your personality. So never think that time is something which is inconsequential. You look back and just analyze that if somebody reaches on time, what is your assessment of a person? Obviously, you say he's a more serious person, more conscientious, and those who are always late are always discarded as non-serious, or there are different perceptions which follow if a person is not on time. Time and punctuality in our discipline is extremely important. That's a small thing which I would like to begin with. That especially not only in your life, more so in the legal profession, time is a very, very important aspect of your personality. Always remember to be on time. Wherever, whether it is your social time, your study time, your legal professional time, always be on time. That's the first small thing which I wanted to begin. Um, I would like to begin with the quote of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who said something very interesting. He said, dreams are not something which you see in the night, in your sleep. When you have a dream once, it is a dream. When you have the same dream the second time, it becomes a desire. And when you have it consecutively the third time, it becomes a passion, an aim, and a goal. So if you are all here, not by accident, not by default, but by choice. And if you all are here, you all are very fortunate that you all have been able to make it to this prestigious institution, which not only gives you the knowledge, but also shapes your personality and equips you with all the skills to be able to achieve the goal with which you have set in yourself into this college. This makes us think, what is the difference between learning and knowledge? Learning is something which we do in school when we pick a little about every subject. So we make a broad base, a foundation by learning about all the subjects. Having formed a base, a strong base in a college, in a school, we progress to a college. And here, what do? We start specializing and focusing on particular subjects which are of our choice. And from learning, we migrate to knowledge. We start acquiring knowledge about a particular subject to be able to achieve the goal which we have fixed for ourselves. School, very good. College, had a great time, acquired the knowledge. What is the next? You all have to prepare yourselves for the future, for your career, for your life. And it is when you apply this knowledge which you have acquired in the college that you gain wisdom. And this is the wisdom which leads you to success in life. With college doesn't end the pursuit of learning, of acquiring knowledge. The more you acquire knowledge, the more you go into in depth, more would you be successful in whatever you aim in achieving. It is very important for all of us to keep growing. The day we think I know everything is the day when we are almost dead. So unless we have curiosity and inquisitiveness to learn more and to, when you reach your destination, it moves farther because there are more to achieve. Sky is the limit, and there is no end to the peak that can be achieved by you all. In this process of knowledge and learning, many a times we focus on certain faculties. What we try to shape up is what is visible and what can be termed as personality development. We think if I can speak well, if I can read well, maybe people would get impressed. Of course, your communication skills, your way of dressing up, your way of etiquettes, your whatever is visible to the world is very important. But there is something which is much more important than that. At times, you would have noticed that when you see a person, you say he's a very smart person, but don't get the confidence. And that is what is most important to develop from within, which is known as character. It is the development of character of an individual which is much more uh, uh, essential. And the more you work on your character, on your ethics, more would your personality bring out this character of yours. So, when in the present day and age, we have more focus on what is apparent, what is visible, but it is the foundation, the base is the character. So equally focus on all your character building, which is even more important than your personality development. Reading this speech by Mr. Madhavan, who had gone to Harvard and given his maiden speech. And he was narrating an incident that he was acting in a movie where he was playing the character of boxer. So in that, what he thought that maybe my arms, my biceps, my triceps is the only thing which is going to be visible. Let me work on it. So he became a real tough man. His biceps and triceps developed, but the whole body was weak. And he was looking absolutely disproportionate. Some part was Solana, the other was narrow. And that's the time when the insight came in that it has to be a complete overall development of the personality. It is not that you need to focus only on your brain or only on your body. Is it okay? On your body. But if you want to be a complete whole, it is important that you work on all the aspects. Is it on all the aspects of your being to be not only successful in the eyes of people, but also from within, you should be a content and a satisfied person. There'll be lots of quotes that you can read of inspiration. Recently, when Ratan Tata ji died, they were put WhatsApp after WhatsApp giving the fundamental points on which we should focus. Of course, these are equally important. But please don't forget that each one of you is an individual who has his own strengths and weaknesses. Work as an individual, draw inspiration from people around you. Your teachers have been there as a guide, as a beacon, who have helped you in understanding yourself, the subject. And now it is for you to take all these skills and put them to maximum use when you fly out, when you go out. This reminds me of our days in the law college when it was a vacation time for us. There was hardly anything to be done. except that 2 days before the exam, we would open up the books, mug them up, and reproduce. When we went to the court for the first time, that was where the real world came before us. We had no clue of how to appear in the court, how to address, and along the line, with passage of time, we have picked up our skills. And you'd be amazed to know in our courts, our best teachers was the staff. The reader would sit on the right or the left side every time, would pop up and say, Madam, this is wrong, do it like this. So he was the best teacher who would keep on telling us what is to be done. And therefore, the only point I'm trying to make is that you can learn from anybody. Don't think that only a teacher or a person of some position can teach you. The environment, your friends, everybody gives you a lesson in life. And that reminds me of the story when Ratan Tataji said that he got a shoe polished and the shoe boy wanted to see him again. And he said, why? And he said, because if I go to heaven, when I go to heaven and meet you, I want to remember your face. Small inspirational stories, but they teach us lessons of a lifetime. Everywhere there is something for us to learn. Never forget to recognize, identify, and never undermine anybody in your life. Everybody is equally important. Another thing which I think I would like to highlight is that always have your paradigms well defined. Now, what are these paradigms? Paradigms are the framework. Unless you have the right framework, you would not be able to achieve your goal. Imagine somebody drawing a map of India and trying to tell you to point where Chicago is. How many of you would be successful? We have a wrong framework in which we are trying to look for answers. So, unless we have the right frameworks, which are known as paradigms, we would be always lost. So, learn to have clear paradigms, never draw assumptions. We all are expert in jumping to conclusions. All of us are judgmental. And that is where we all need to work on ourselves to ensure that we are open to listen to what others are saying. Well, to believe that I am right may not be correct. It is always good to listen to the others before you come up with your own conclusions. This is more important when you will go into the court environment. Every day I experience that what I'm trying to say is half the time tossed back at me by the lawyers, no matter how much, because they think they have to say what they have prepared. And that is where the gap comes in. Learn to perceive people, learn to listen to them. Don't ever work on the assumptions. And I can go on endlessly with narrating the stories from our own life. But at this stage, I would only like to say you are the future of our legal profession. Sky is the limit. You all have different avenues open. A lot of opportunity has come your way by way of participating in these moot courts, in debates, in other activities, which can help you to decide for yourself which career would you like to take. Law doesn't mean only lawyers, law doesn't mean only judges. There can be various other fields which can be adopted by you. Whatever you think is your forte, please go for that. And always do what you enjoy the most. Don't try to ape or follow others by thinking it is stylish. Nothing is stylish. What suits you the most is the most stylish thing in this world for you. you. And I end by saying, by narrating the small story wherein there were two woodcutters. You may have heard the story, but it's hugely inspirational. These two friends go for wood cutting every day. And what this one fellow finds is that he's been chopping the trees continuously and he doesn't hear any wood cutting noise from his friend. And he obviously is swelled with pride that at the end of my 6 hours, I will have much more wood cut as compared to my friend who apparently of these 6 hours, when both of them meet, he finds, the friend one finds that the second one had cut much more wood than him. Surprised, he asks him that I did not hear the noise of wood cutting. How come you have cut much more wood than me? And what he said is what is the crux of a life, that spent 4 hours. He had spent 4 hours in sharpening his axe. And when the axe was sharp, he was able to cut much more wood in the 2 hours as compared to what the first friend had done in 6 hours. So, all the time, there is no limit to acquiring knowledge to sharpen your skills. So, always keep sharpening your skills, keep learning, keep working to be number one, to excel in whatever you do. Please keep your mind open to keep learning. There is no end to learning. Convert it into knowledge as you all are doing in the college, and use it for making it into wisdom and be great legal professionals. Congratulations and thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your kind address, ma'am, and blessing us with your presence today. It's time for the much awaited moment, that is, the announcement of result. For the same, I would like to call upon Dr. Neha Susan Verghese and Mr. Himanshu Vashne.
Good evening, all participants and all the dignitaries on the dais. I won't take time. I know everyone is waiting for the results. So, without much further ado, Best Memorial TC 35, Symbiosis Law School. All the dignitaries come forward so they can give the prizes. They receive a certificate of appreciation, a memento, and complimentary books by our sponsors, Bharat Publication. Yes. Please allow a loud applause for the team.
Each one, take one.
Yes, yes. Symbiosis Law School. Thank you. Congratulations. Next is the best researcher, TC23, Akshay Pandey. He is from Lloyd Law College. A loud round of applause, please, for all the participants and the winners. Sorry. Yes, he receives a certificate of appreciation, a trophy, a memento, and complimentary book by Bharat Law Publications. Next. Next, we have Best Oralist, TC20 Lavanya. Lavanya Kohli. Lavanya is from Jindal Global Law School.
Between Amity and Greater Noida, 41.
The semi-finalists, there were two. I would call TC04, Babu Banarasi Das University. Please come forward. They received certificate of appreciation, complimentary books. I want everyone to please give them a loud round of applause.
One book each.
Now I will call upon the runner-up. TC23 Lloyd Law College. They receive a trophy, 10,000 rupees cash from our sponsor, Aya Associates, 1 month access to SEC Online, complimentary books, appreciation certificates. Round loud of a round. I, Okay, they are receiving a trophy, 10,000 rupees cash, 1 month access to SEC Online, complimentary books, and appreciation certificate. Yes, our sponsors were not able to come to hand over the cash prize. The Ajit Yadav sir and the Devesh Kumar sir, they're both advocates. Yes. Next is our winners, Jindal Global Law School, Ashda Arbi, Lavanya Kohli, Tushika Agarwal. They receive a trophy, appreciation certificates, 15,000 rupees cash prize from our sponsor, Aya Associates, Ajit Yadav and Devesh Kumar. One a year's complimentary subscription. No, sir. Please kindly take your chairs. We'll go for the felicitations now.
I request the dignitaries. Yes. May I please request Professor Dr. A.P. Bhanu, sir, Additional Director, Amity Law School, to propose the vote of thanks.
I believe you have very attentively heard Honorable Ma'am keep on sharpening your axe. इसके लिए आपकी तरफ से तालियां हो जाए. You must have realized, I have also realized that today's valedictory session is a very wonderful session. And it reminds me my days of LLB. आपके LLB के दिन हैं, मेरे दिन थे. आपने आज रियलाइज जरूर किया होगा कि the thing, the learning, the knowledge which you cannot get from the book, but you can get from bar and bunch who are present today. My professor, Faizan Mustafa, if you heard about him, once told me when I missed 4 or 5 classes of renowned Professor Zakaria in Aligarh Muslim University, he instructed me, वो मुझे आज भी याद है. क्या इंस्ट्रक्शन था उनका कि Mr. Bhanu, you have missed Zakaria's classes, you cannot get what Zakaria could provide you from the books. किताबों में नहीं मिलता जो लेक्चर से मिलता है. आपने देखा, our respected चड़ियोग साहब जी, senior lawyer, based upon his long journey, he has given you a very valuable guidance. You may remember or not, but I have remembered. सर ने कहा, learn principles of law. आपको याद है? Learn principles of law, then you need not to cram the sections of law. कितनी अच्छी बात है. सर के लिए तालियां हो जाएं और हम सब लोग उनके इस बात के लिए आभार प्रकट करते हैं. Also, you have heard Madam Honorable Judge Swarnkanta ji. She told you that कुर्सी पर जज को बैठना है, जज के ऊपर कुर्सी ना बैठे, ये किताबों में नहीं मिले. So the importance of today's valedictory session is totally different, which I want to emphasize. आपने देखा, Honorable Judge Justice Greaves ji, he emphasized upon one fact which is sounded in my mind and reminded me my days. सर ने कहा कि भाई हार्ड वर्क का कोई रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं है, सो एंगेज योरसेल्फ इन हार्ड वर्क. मुझे अपना ध्यान आया अपनी LLB का, तो उस समय पर ऑनरेबल जस्टिस अहमदी साहब आए हुए थे. अंसारी साहब वाइस चांसलर थे. फॉर्मर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया अंसारी साहब. जस्टिस अहमदी साहब ने एक हम लोगों को मैसेज दिया. मैसेज ये था कि डियर स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज माय मैसेज टू यू that there is no shortcut for success. So, respected sir has already sounded in the same tune. I would corroborate that thing, and I would, as a teacher, as a teacher of yours, I would just support the view, and I would say that मेहनत पे लग जाओ, लगातार काम करो. मैम ने ये बात भी कही, time, learning and knowledge, all elements have been emphasized. So, इसके बाद आपको एक बात और बताई गई जिसके लिए हम शुक्रगुजार हैं, तहे दिल से आभार व्यक्त करते हैं. आज का जो आपको दृश्य मिला बार और बेंच के बीच का एक समागम. You all know or assess to know that justice is the outcome of the justice delivery is the outcome of the bar and bench relationship. I would like to add one point, but your learning, while you are a student, or after the learning, beyond the classroom, your just delivery outcome for you learning purpose is outcome of three elements, three components: bar, bench, and we the teachers. इसके लिए मैं थैंक यू करता हूं, ग्रेटफुल हूं, और आज जिस तरह की एक ताकत की बात हुई कि आप लोगों को एक ताकतवान बनना है लॉ को समझ करके, ऑनरेबल जस्टिस ग्रीजी ने एक और बात कही थी, he had invited your attention towards vacuum where law needs to extend its protection to. रिच के लिए तो लॉ भी प्रोटेक्ट कर रहा है, लेकिन those who are needed the protection of law, it is still lacking in India. So you people are requested, invited, your potential is invoked to give your attention to that area. Do research, come forward and do what is required. जब ऐसा आप करेंगे तो सडनली एक बड़े ताकतवर बन जाएंगे, जो कि कहां पर बात हुई है तो मुझे एक बात आ गई इन दी कॉन्टेक्स्ट, मैं आपको सुनाता हूं। आंधियों तुमने मगरूर दरख्तों को पलटते पटका होगा। आंधियों तुमने मगरूर दरख्तों को पटका होगा, फूल पर बैठी तितली को गिराकर देखो। तो आप फूल पर बैठी हुई तितली बने, और कैसे बनेंगे? जब इंस्पिरेशंस लेंगे, जब मोटिवेशन। तो आज का इंस्पिरेशन मोटिवेशन बड़ा सुखदनीय था, बहुत अच्छा था। मैं सभी का अपने हृदय से आभार व्यक्त कर। अवर चेयरमैन साहब हु इज सिटिंग हियर, ये सुखद क्षण, ए प्लेजरेबल मोमेंट, एंड आपको तितली बनाने का जिस समागम लाने का, ये सब उनकी ही करतूत है, करामात है। तो तालियां उनके लिए भी हो जाए। नाउ वी कैन नॉट फॉल द पर्सन हु इज बिहाइंड ऑल दिस, तितली हो या दरख्त, बार हो, बेंच हो या हम, he is a great person, our founder president. So my warm gratitude is due towards our honorable founder president and honorable chancellor, who always wish to grow us. आप देख सकते हैं, when our honorable founder president came back from Germany, he wished to change the world. And to change the world, he got only one instrument. लॉ की बात होती है कि लॉ एज एन इंस्ट्रूमेंट टू चेंज द वर्ल्ड. He came here, he realized that I can change the world, but how can I change the world? It is the education, by using that I can change the world. तो फाउंडर प्रेसिडेंट के लिए बहुत अच्छी थी, तालियां हो जाए. And his vision has come out in establishing more than 16 global campuses and 12 MET university in India. So you can realize that उनकी स्पीड किस तरह से चल रही है और अपने कामयाबी की ओर जा रहे. Now, though our honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am Shukla Ma'am, she was busy, therefore she could not come. In her absence, we express our gratitude to her. 14th International Moot Court has been organized since last 4 days. The organizing team, the students, supporting team, students from the faculty, they have been engaging tirelessly. उनके लिए भी एक बहुत बड़ा हमारी तरफ से थैंक्स. Now, nothing can be done without the support of the technology right now. Honorable Judge Greasy also referred this point, but immediately he gave you one caution. चैट जीपीटी को पढ़ो, चैट जीपीटी से लिखो, लेकिन आप देख लीजिए कि whenever you are asking the chat जीपीटी हमेशा गलत बोलती है. So I'm not saying that don't use the chat GPT. You use the chat GPT very carefully in the sense you use the tools which are available in terms of the artificial intelligence. Technology, advanced technology, artificial intelligence you use, but you use it as a literature review. The material, the tool, collecting the literature review for the law students especially. This is my aim. Now participants from different universities, they have come. Without them, this could not be possible to get success the program. So we are thankful to them also. Participants udhar baithe hue hain. Now students, our students who are sitting here, we are thankful to them. Students, volunteers, we are thankful to them. And sponsors who are not here but in absence here because they made it possible to organize this moot court competition. So we are also thankful to them. Now, judges who came here, वो जजेस जिन्होंने आपको, ये तो रियल जज हैं, वो दूसरे जज थे आप लोगों को जज करने का. There is a great difference between two, but both are giving you learning. Here you are, what you have, they gave you learning, but they have given you the inspiration which you could not find in books or anywhere else. So there is a big difference between to get inspirations and to get learning. We are here to give you the learning, but not possibly we can give you the inspirations. And learning is always charged with the inspiration. Inspiration is a like of the battery. जितनी आपका इंस्पिरेशन है उतनी ही उसकी आपकी आक्रामक क्षमता लर्निंग के लिए होगी. तो हमारे जजेस, ऑनरेबल जजेस, सीनियर लॉयर, उनके लिए एक बार और तालियां हो जाए. It would be a mistake on my part if I forget to extend my thanks to our administrative staffs, staff members at MET, who always extend their support. Now, this program has been organized, moot court has been organized. Always there is one leader whenever anything happens to and get success. So in the whole program, the leader is Dr. Saif Ali Raizada. उनके लिए एक तालियां हो जाए. She is leader. And with her, there is a large team, faculty team, students team. They all deserve for a huge clapping. Last but not the least, I extend my heartfelt thanks to all those who are sitting, all my colleagues who have involved directly or indirectly. और अगर कोई भी रह गए हों तो मैं उन सब के लिए थैंक्स अदा करता हूं. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
I request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा. विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा जलधितरङ्गा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you so much, everyone. I request the guests to kindly proceed to the lounge, judges' lounge, for high tea. I request the faculties to also please join for the high tea. The students and all the participants, the certificates will be distributed at the front foyer. So we'll put the announcement.